audio video recording. I'll make this really quick. I really don't want to get yelled at publicly on another body. What I just got told again about my great Aunt Edna. My great Aunt Edna and Stella lived on Florida Street, Leonardville, Kansas. I broke into their house as a teenager. My grandma goes artifact hunting on the old dirt roads to abandoned houses all the time. Collects and keeps old antiques and artifacts that she finds. And I learned that from her. And I investigated a dead family member across the street's house. And I collected things that when I was inside the house, I knew were mine. And I always said that I knew they were mine. And it was a lie, but I knew they were mine. There was no other thing there for me. And it's the only member of family I've ever had that ever had anything in common with me or like me. And I felt like I was not alone anymore. And it took 15 years for my Aunt Edna spirit to speak with me after having her property. And when she did, I had family. And I learned things from her. But she cuts tendons of thieves. And she got Joseph James Dante, PhD. Spiritually, physically, he did something with a knife on his own. But spiritually, pushed by my great Aunt Edna. He began with his dragon to chase after her and fight with her. And so did other people following the leader. I don't know where Edna and Stella are anymore. And these other people, they stole silk doilies many years ago, and they wanted more. They stole half of all my freaking house property. And they're stealing my tent supplies. I'm going to end up dead cold in the snow. And my Aunt Edna said she loved me. And I don't need what I learned of what I had. And I had planned on taking it back to her and returning it. But when I went there, the house was bulldozed. And I was going to go there and I was going to tell her about it and ask her if she had been home because others were hunting her. She had a beehive that was there. There are a lot of people that claim to be Aunt Edna's bees, but I don't. They are not lesbians, and they told me that real bears don't butt fuck. Right. That's the truth. The jewelry that just got stolen magically from my possession works the hippy dippy shit that is my Aunt Edna. I said I knew it was me because she had Aussie sunglasses that were leopard and teal colored, and I named my wolf dog son Teal. And James liked Ozzy Osbourne music, and I don't. And Aunt Edna's lady glove made a kiss of death bug shape when it dried, and it got used and it got turned tan colored with candle wax, like witch's bad luck. And it molded to the shape of Ashley's hand with big old fat Lou Bear James's spirit, knowing that was Ashley and her brother by contract, and she welcomed him to the family so that they would not lose track of him. And he's attached to James's body and is not willing to leave James's body right now because he's obliteratable, and he has a puppy kitten daughter demon by Ashley named Leia, who has another mother named Jessica. The hook and pad species of dragon is in most people around here, and it does cause strokes. If your human or your angel or your demon tries to overpower it, it will cause you a stroke. And lots of people are aware of it and have similar species. And also girls that are unable to have pleasure when they masturbate or have a hard time, they have to push like having a baby while they're masturbating and hold their breath. And what it is the hook and pad. The hook has to hook into place by pushing like having a baby before you're able to release an orgasm. And it's a claw and a pad to rest on. And that's all it is. And people unhooking it are trying to freaking kill it, and they're trying to possess something. They're not all able to. It doesn't have those kind of freaking powers. And Ashley's, the life of it was goddamn put in the trees away from Ashley, and they're trying to unhook it and make Ashley permanently broken and have a stroke, or prove that they can move it to other bodies, because it is a dragon and it got here. But Ashley's has been with her since age 12. Ashley does not want somebody else's. It's her family. And Aunt Edna had dead Army soldier jewelry that she made a patent pending for, that someone just stole it from me. And it had blood string beads, and it had this special color that I got from the hospital because they knew I had it. This pillowcase here, what this pillowcase and this gown that matches it is, it makes the color of a dead body. You know, a dead body that turns green. It's like dead body colored when it's on an animal. It looks pretty on Ashley. It's an ashy blue color of her skin. It shows when she's on drugs. The other things on the other beads, they make a claw for the spider that needs to have a successful breeding, and then it has to connect to an African bullet expulsion worm from Africa of equal proportions to the hook and pad. And then it will have to use the Arctic dragon or something like that with that brooch. And if Ashley gets shot in the head or a bullet, Ashley would have to have a bullet to the head at an age where she is still beautiful. If she ages and becomes old and ugly, she will be stuck that way for as long as the dragons are alive. And so the way to have it is a bullet to the head, and that marble is the Arctic dragon's eyesight, and it will have to be cleared of mucus all the time. And the spider that gives up its life for Twin Dragon Medical will be able to open up and expel a bullet, or close back up and have fingers and hands and can move it and exchange body parts throughout the body. All right, Ashley, nobody else has been offered that. And it's with Aunt Edna's and Stella's, not mine, and I don't have to have it. I don't have to have it. But someone's stealing it, and I don't even know the number. And I did ask for mercy killings, and I did ask this other thing that there's only one of them, and when there is another one, it takes one thing to kill the other. And there was like a chainsaw blade, but it's not a chainsaw blade. It's like it's a fruit cutting thing and a bike chain and whatever the fuck else is the goddamn most fucking cool tool that a female ever made of tools and parts. Like some daughter that followed her daddy to work that made for a guy one day that supposedly killed a nation because it was the most intelligent tool that a female ever made and gave a man as a wedding gift, is somehow or some shit, like some folklore story, I don't know, but I have that, and it got turned into number digits, and so did Aunt Edna's jewelry. And I asked that thing to kill me also because I don't know where it goes, and now it's a different blade. It doesn't have the periwinkle color to the metal, and it's got numbers on it. It doesn't have the loops on it anymore. And this stuff disappeared, and people are trying to kill me. I just wanted family, and I don't know where Edna is. I don't know where she is, so I'm just putting this on the internet, and I don't have to tell you anything. I just have to be honest for confession, or I'm going to get hit in the head again. And I chose to be honest, so there.